Barakar Tawad, Washalam, Yesharala. Peace be to the nation of Israel. And Guatemala, they so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Speckled Israelites, otherwise known as Israelite foreigners scattered across the four corners of the earth, including within America, Babylon the Great, and we are the Most High, Yahweh's chosen people, the nation of Israel. All right, so without further ado, as always, just want to give all praises, glory, infinite honor to my power, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whom is the God of the living. Yahweh Bahashem Yahshua Barach Wadash, which is our praise to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, and Holy Spirit, who is our strength and our Redeemer, and our light and our salvation. In the same tongue, in Paleo Hebrew, I want to go to the other Mashana Kabadim Lahasakwani Mishal Galavabakab, many double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and true shepherds of Israel, along with the like-minded Sequani while occupying across the four corners of the earth, also pushing the sound doctrine, faith, truth, and sincerity. And Shalom and salutation to by Yashadawadah, the house of David, along with the rest of the one-third elect men, women, and children of Israel. This is your fellow servant Malak Rayab. Expect to give another prophetic update dealing with one of these end-time prophecies, being the famine of the word. All right, it's a further update of this particular prophecy in the midst of, the UK passing that extremist policy, to target those, who undermine the so-called foundational fundamentals of Great Britain, which America, Babylon the Great shares, which is the oppression of the righteous. All right, the nation of Israel. All right, along with similar and more decrees like that were established down there in Canada. Okay, on behalf of Justin Trudeau. All right, to target people, that would be. That would be targeted for what they would deem to be considered as hate speech. All right, for being sentenced for a minimum of 5 to 10 years and a maximum of life. Then then you had the South Dakota politician, pass her more decree is anti-sim law. So there's a whole bunch of reports on this family of the word update. This family of the word prophecy within these various updates, including this one you see here, all right, which is entitled TikTok Ban in the U.S. And it says, the House made a first step toward banning TikTok today. Lawmakers passed a bill that would ban the use of the app in the U.S. if ByteDance, TikTok's Beijing-based parent company, refuses to sell the company within 6 months. Government officials are urging the sale primarily because of concerns that ByteDance could share the personal data of millions of American TikTok users, which they say poses a national security threat. Now, this is the thing. Now, if this is the case, now it's not like Esau was not aware of this before TikTok became, major, major thing in America, Babylon the Great, in regards to, the Beijing, based parent company ByteDance. Okay. In association with this TikTok, tech giant. All right, so in regards to them supposedly being worried about the national security threat by way of this so-called Chinese-based platform known as TikTok, why have they allowed thousands upon thousands of Moabites, so-called Chinese, to cross the damn border? This is on MSN.com. All right, I'm going to reload this here. So MSN.com entitled, why are so many Chinese crossing the southern border? A record number of Chinese asylum seekers, with help from social media, are making a dangerous trek across the U.S.-Mexico border, and is quickly becoming a hot-button political issue. Here's why. According to U.S. Customs and Border Protection, since October 2023, almost 16,000 Chinese migrants have attempted to cross the U.S.-Mexico border, more than doubling the previous fiscal year's total number of Chinese migrants in a matter of months. These unprecedented numbers are making Chinese nationals the fastest growing population to cross into the U.S. from Mexico. Now, here's a point here. Customs of Border Patrol data reveals that from January to November of 2023, over 30,000 Chinese people, Moabites, were detained. Okay, and here's the key number there, 30,000. Okay, Moabites were detained by border agents after crossing illegally in 2021. Meanwhile, there were only 323 crossings. Now, here's the thing. 1,000 is a lot of people. Now, Esau has allowed 30,000 people to cross the border. So in terms of their so-called concern of this national security threat of this Chinese-based TikTok platform of social media, why is it then that it has been revealed that thousands upon thousands of Moabites have reportedly entered into the U.S. crossing the border, within crossing the border by using social media? That doesn't see, like they say nowadays, a math ain't math in here, especially when it comes to the amount of people that they have allowed to cross a border, including these 30,000 plus Moabites. All right. Also, not a coincidence for the fact that Xi Jinping was a pupil of the former the former Secretary of Defense and Henry Kissinger, which had ties of which was known for establishing ties with communist China in the 70s, which essentially made Xi Jinping, the current president of China, a pupil of the damn devil Henry Kissinger, who's now in the spiritual realm after the Lord took his spirit. All right. Because China is a top world economic foreign partner of the wicked elite under this Edomite hegemony. All right. This is why Xi Jinping was praising Henry Kissinger, a top Edomite, all right, a philanthropist, if you will, in the grand scheme of Esau's Edomite hegemony. All right. Who was also known as a war hawk and a damn international criminal. Okay. So not a coincidence that a lot of these Moabites are crossing the border, because this is all being orchestrated. Now, go ahead and play this quick clip. All right. Matter of fact, give me 1 second, Baba Kashah. And as I go ahead and do that, Salakia. Yeah, so as I go ahead and do that, I'm going to grab this quick precept, because when I came across this article on Newsbreak about 2.5 hours ago, and I was laying in bed, I checked my notifications, and I seen that the spirit that had Elder Yashawamba, beat me to this report, when I had, the spirit had scriptures going through my head, within this, family to work update, that I was looking to put together. I seen that the spirit, had Elder Yashawamba, beat me to doing the video, because I further confirmed that the spirit is moving. Okay, which lines with this prophecy here, Jeremiah 35:15. It says, "I have sent also unto you all my servants of prophets, rising up early and sending them," because it's around 6 a.m. Okay, when I came across this article. Okay, because we are watching you devils. It says, "I have sent also unto you all my servants of prophets, rising up early and sending them, saying, return ye now every man from his evil way, and amend your doings, and go not after other gods to serve them, and ye shall dwell in the land which I have given to you and to your fathers. But ye have not inclined your ear, nor hearkened unto me." All right, and I've got people are stiff-necked. Okay, why to do good, or why to do evil rather, but to do good they have no knowledge. Okay, like roughly paraphrasing Jeremiah the 4th chapter and similar precepts. Okay. Because we, the prophets of Israel, are not of the standard of beauty and strength predicated off of Edomite supremacy. Okay, this is why people look down on us as a reflection of themselves, because they are afraid to suffer from Stockholm syndrome. Okay, a further condition of self-hatred from, from the effects of slavery, of generational slavery. Okay, which is why the majority of them don't listen to us. That's why the prophet Ezekiel, our forefather, said, prophesy to the wind. In Ezekiel, I believe in Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. Okay. Case in point, for Jake, does not, look at us as prophets. Okay. Because of the curses of the Lord bestowed upon us. Okay. Where brother, there'll be an evil eye towards the brethren of Israel. This is Isaiah 62:6, and it says, "I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, Yahweh, keep not silence. And that's what we're doing. We're giving this devil no rest. Okay? All right? Because we are prophesying, we were preordained and predestinated to prophesy against Mount Seir, you Edomites. All right? In your wicked, sinful kingdom, like it says in Amos, the 9th chapter. All right? And every aspect of your satanic New World Order agenda, of your Edomite hegemony, is being exposed and torn down, pursuing the 2 Corinthians, the 10th chapter. All right, to the point to where you are establishing all of these immoral decrees and policies. All right, to further demonize the prophets. Okay, prophesying the word of the Lord, this gospel, to condemn you in the spiritual warfare. Okay. So it says verse 7, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Okay. And that's not going to happen until the wicked will fall. But we're currently within this paradigm shift where the wicked are losing their power over the earth, like it says in Isaiah the 19th chapter. Okay, how Egypt will lose her spirit of bondage over the minds of Jerusalem, or through our minds. Okay, through the wine of fornication. This is 2 Corinthians 2:11, and it says, lest Shaitan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of your satanic inventions, your Western propaganda and media, where you control the narratives. Hence why the wicked elite control at least 96% of the global media outlets. Okay. All right. So that's why another reason why Revelation 13 speaks about the vast majority marveling after this beast system. Okay. Because many will seek the ruler's favor. He who has power to kill, all right, and supply resources which he has stolen from Jake, first and foremost, along with the rest of the world, okay, through these proxy wars and banking wars, okay, and so forth. So we're not angry devil devices, man. It doesn't make any logical sense as to why you have the National Guard along with the Department of Homeland Security and the Customs and Border Patrol around the damn border, but there's thousands, there's tens of thousands of these heathen nations crossing the border, let alone Jake, but you have tens of thousands of heathen nations also crossing the border, including Moab, because it's all orchestrated. Now, here's this video I was talking about and played around the 4-minute mark.
Eclipse that number of migrants. So these migrants here in Jacumba, 60 miles east of San Diego, are waiting to be processed. Many of them will be released, but it's the national security aspect, particularly of the Chinese migrants, that concerns the officials because of the vetting process and knowing who they are. And the fact that we have so many that are single adult males. Now, if I just spin you around here 1 second this way, Thomas, you can see they're lining up the families and the women and children that'll go first when the vans come. But the vans are overloaded because so many migrants are coming, so they have to wait hours. And in fact, some of these migrants might even have to spend the night, depending on how many vans they have. We spoke to one Chinese migrant man, though, Jason, and I asked him why exactly it is that he's come to the U.S. The answer may shock you. Listen here. Why did you come?
Take money.
Money?
Yes.
For job?
Yes.
There's no job in China.
Maybe, I don't know.
See, he plays stupid. Like, maybe I don't know. All right, because a good number of these Moabites are military age crossing the border. All right, as mercenaries. Okay, mercenaries for hire, or disguised or masqueraded as so-called migrants and immigrants. Now, Esau's media, he'll try to act like that's not the case. Okay, because that's what he, because he is a forger of lies. Okay, so that's his job. That's what he doesn't. It's not within his intentions to enlighten people on what he's doing. Okay, to bring the war to America, Babylon the Great, to you dumbass Babylonians, okay, who bought into this Babylonian system of capitalism, okay, from slave labor of our people, okay, where you yourselves are slaves through the Social Security tax that FDR signed back in the 1930s, okay. Hence why during the Emancipation Proclamation, Abraham Lincoln had his transition from chattel slavery to the systematic form of slavery under this, with these Social Security numbers, all right, and birth certificates and so forth. All right, so this is not our rest. Okay. And this devil wants us to continue to buy into this, to this false notion that America, Babylon the Great is our rest. Okay. So the cats are already back. So this is Daniel 8:25. All right, Daniel chapter 8, verse 25, because we know through the satanic device of you devils, all right, that you want to shut down the internet. All right, but you, like Jay Rockefeller said, we should never created the internet. Okay. Because it's one of those satanic devices that will befall you, like it says in Psalm 10 chapter, you have imagined against the poor. Daniel 8:25 says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. All right, so these are his policies. He used to cause and create witchcraft. Okay, those soothsayings and divinations in Isaiah 47 chapter against the poor who are in a vulnerable, docile, downtrodden state with a lack of resources and education and common sense. Quite frankly, after generations of captivity. Okay, prophesy in the Holy Scriptures to further identify who the lost tribes of Israel are. No other demographic but the so-called Negroes and indigenous. All right. And so because of that, Jake's going to fall hook, line, and sinker for what Esau's doing. However, it's clear, okay, what he's looking to do throughout these many reports, of him, halting so-called free speech, through censoring these social media platforms, especially owned by Google. So this is on Breitbart.com. It says UK government, and this is an older article, that I brought out a few years ago through some epistles and so forth, but it's entitled UK government prosecutors argue parts of Bible no longer appropriate in modern society. You see that? Which aligns with the UK, a moral decree that, the UK, had recently imposed, as a recently entitled New York Times here, new UK extremism policy raises concerns over free speech. Okay, going into what I mentioned at the beginning of the epistle. All right. And then you have this then I mentioned here, the South Dakota politician, I believe the South Dakota governor, Kristi Noem, signed the anti-condom hat bill to further justify the wicked and what they're doing over there in Gaza. You see that? And to target those who have something so-called negative to say about Amalek. Because these people are wicked, demonic children. They don't like to take accountability for their actions. This is why the women are out of fucking control. Okay? Especially in the West. And then you have, and of course you have this one here, newstarget.com. Okay, Washington is offering up to a $2,000 reward for people who report those guilty of quote unquote wrong speech, of certain groups, including the Amalek and the Alphabet Mafia and so forth. All right. So that's ultimately what this is going to come down to. This is 1 Maccabees chapter 1, verse 57. And it reads, started verse 56. And when they had rent in pieces the books of the law, which they found, they burnt them with fire. We're talking about the ancient scrolls in book form, the scriptures. Verse 57 says, and whosoever was found with the book of the testament, or if any committed to the law, the king's commandment was that they should put him to death. And this is going to come down to. Okay, like that great insurrection in 2 Ezra 16 chapter. They're going to be, searching for those who believe in the Lord, because they're going to be searching for those who are considered anti-establishment, who goes against this new status quo of this satanic religion that Esau is normalizing through the framework of this market beast system being the AI, this AI technology. Okay. All right. And the vibration of Satan they're pushing, all right, through the rebellion of his system. Okay. Pushing feminism, modern day Queen of Heaven, Semiramis worship, Moism, sodomy, in other forms of, similar sexual decadence and and perverseness. Okay. Now they're getting ready to legalize the pedo situation, which I spoke about recently. They're going to legalize that shit, man. So all you so-called pro-Americans and patriots, you see how pro-American and pro-patriot you are when you have your children in restrooms with grown-ass adults looking like Mrs. Doubtfire. All right, with a fucking beard on their face and whatnot. A walking abomination. And then on top of that, to make matters worse, they're gonna be allowed to legally mate. With these with them. And I'll leave it at that. Okay. You people that believe in the system, this modern day Egyptian system, this modern day system of bondage, which is what Egypt means, you have no idea what the devil is capable of, man. And all you people that are making, that's another thing too. All you people that are making a living off of TikTok, let me go and get back to that main article, because all you people that are making a living off of these, these Google platforms and similar platforms such as YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and whatnot, especially you prostitutes, all right, you thought pockets on, on OnlyFans, promoting your shit on social media, you're going to be in for a rude awakening when they shut this shit down, man. It's not just going to be YouTube and TikTok. It's going to be the entire internet, because in the midst of this, cyber attack, that they're going to further blame on America's enemies in the midst of China, Russia, North Korea, and so forth, in Iran. All right. That's going to further affect the economy, for the fact that a lot of people are generating income from these social media platforms, I mentioned here in this article. All right. It says, in response to today's developments, a TikTok representative stated, "We are hopeful that the Senate will consider the facts, listen to their constituents, and realize the impact on the economy. 7 million small businesses and 170 million Americans who use our service." Okay. And that speaks for itself. So this is orchestrated mayhem and chaos, okay, to further demoralize this current monetary system of America, Babylon the Great, to justify the transitioning to this new totalitarian dystopian technocracy where everyone is regulated through the mark of the beast and microchip. Okay? That's what this is coming down to. And they're demonizing those who are speaking out against them, exposing their wickedness. Like it says in Amos, they hate them. They hate those who rebuke them in the gate. Okay? So ultimately, they're going to do exactly what they did over 2,000 years ago in the beginning of so-called white supremacy during the Greek Hellenistic period, when Esau initially started ruling under Philip of Macedonia, all right, and his offspring, all right? And that is outlaw the scriptures. This is 1 Maccabees 1:57 again. "Whosoever was found with the book of the testament, or if any committed to the law, the king's commandment was that they should put him to death. Thus did they by their authority, and to the Israelites every month, to as many as were found in the cities." So they're coming for us, man. Within Esau's FBI color-coded list, red list, blue list, so forth, we are definitely in a red list. And all you people that lukewarm, whether you're a false prophet or you're false prophets, or you're people that watch our videos and claim you don't believe, or actually don't believe, Esau has your IP addresses. So you are by default on a blue list, okay, which also makes you a threat. Okay, part of the so-called national security threat. Okay, for what they would perceive to be your personal belief systems based off of your your online history on what you consume and so forth. All right, so this is how this shit works, and this is why they want to they also want to shut down the internet. Okay. To further have people rely on them completely, and to diminish any form of independency out here. All right, through these social media platforms, these app jobs like DoorDash and Grubhub and Uber Eats and all this shit. Okay, this is all coming to an end. and the foreseeable future. And when these devils come to put their hands on the prophets, pursuing Isaiah the 59th chapter, the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is going to lift up a standard against them and disappoint him. Okay? All right, in regards to the satanic New World Order agenda. So I'm going to end it off on a note. Pray this epistle was further edifying, exhorting to elect, and give all praise, glory, and infinite honor to my power, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who was the God of the living, Yahweh by Shem Shai, Barach Kodash. And with that, once again, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the true shepherds of Israel, along with the like-minded Sequani will Akim across the four corners of earth. All right, and Mawatha Lababal to the wicked, Shalom to the elect, and on to the next one.